Alright guys, it's time to write a poem. Now if you don't remember, or if you have watched the last video, we know that, at least I know that, Natsuki likes cute poems, and we know that Yuri likes literature. I don't know what Sayori likes, and I don't know what Monica likes, but I guess we're going to try to go for a poem that will impress Yuri, and I don't know why I just want to pick Yuri, but I guess I'll pick Yuri because why not? So we have skipping, broken, raindrops, effulgent, special, peaceful, shopping, infinite, heartbeat, ambient. Okay, so I don't want to impress the wrong person here, but that could happen. So we're gonna go for peaceful, I guess. I think Sayori just jumped up, so I guess that might mean that Sayori likes a peaceful poem, which okay makes sense. Cry, extreme, landscape, blanket, silly, memories. Let's add we could go for headphones maybe? Okay, Natsuki jumped up that time. Pleasure, socks, fester, electricity, universe, summer, romance. So the romance? Sayori jumped up again. Okay, let's try. I don't know about giggle. Maybe clouds? Would clouds go well? Natsuki jumped up again. Vivid, hurt, anxiety, nature? Sayori jumped up again. Analysis, jump. Warm, flower, flower. Sayori jumped up again. Skirt. All of them have skirts. What do you mean? Cute, vitality, crimson, email. Vacation. Games. Happiness? Sayori jumped up again. I don't know why. Breathe. Death. Scars. Despise. Adventure. Journey? Okay, finally, Yuri jumped up. So, Heaven Sent, Kawaii, Secretive Party, Rain Cloud, Love, Rainbow, Nibble, D. Rainbow? Okay, Sayori jumped up again. Kiss, Wrath, Fear, Toro, Captive, Laugh, Holiday, Imagination. Okay. After Image, Pink. Okay, yeah. Suicide, Heart, Destiny, Passion, Fickle, Calm, Various. Destiny? Okay. Horror, Sunny, Aura, Dazzle, Climax, Uncanny, Awesome, Explode, Sensation, Bed. Sunny? Okay, Sayori. Valentine, Cheeks, Lipstick, Sticky, Anger. Fantasy? Okay. Weird. Interesting. Okay. Frightening, Treasure, Clumsy Prey, Wonderful Feather, Unrequited, Bliss, Disaster. Maybe Disaster? Okay. Agonizing, Whistle, Peace, Disarray, Forgive, Marshmallow, Sing. Let's hope? Okay. Doki Doki, Dream, Roads, Graveyard, Daydream, Poof, Ocean, Excitement, Shame, Playful. Doki Doki, I don't know. Okay. Ribbon, Bubbles, Mouse, Dark, Play, Question, Cage, Unending, Amazing, Contamination. Maybe let's Amazing? Okay. Intellectual, Boot, Precious, Color, Desire, Was, Determination, Fear, Friends, Extraordinary. Determination? Okay. Family, Portrait, Philosophy, Hair. What? Okay, whatever. Unstable, Eternity, Fireworks, Sunset, Atone, Joy, Parfait, Disoriented, Charm, Whisper, Joy? Okay. I'm not gonna lie, I think Sayori jumped up the most, so yeah, okay. Hi again, BJ. Glad to see you didn't run away from us, ha ha ha. Nah, don't worry. It might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, BJ. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you, making you dive head first into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on, like you deserves any slack. Sayori told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year, and last year too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what, but if we don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Um, Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki pops back into her seat. Don't worry, guys. BJ always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. He helps with the busy work without me even asking, like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Sayori, that's because your room is so messy it's distracting. You almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come you and BJ become good friends too? Can become good friends too. Sayori? Hmm? As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know? Wait, Sayori? Me? Not really. Don't be shy, it's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri, I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue the situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place, so any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright, well here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you wanted. This is How's this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not even reading much. Yuri, thank you, I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew, well, you can read at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expect Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. Man, it looks like no one wants to bother today. I slumped down into the nearest desk. How am I supposed to occupy myself with something literature related by myself like this? I guess I could always read some of the books Yuri gave me. Or some of the book that Yuri gave me. But I'm feeling a little too tired to read. I could probably fall asleep right now. I close my eyes and end up listening in on Sayori's conversation with Monica. It probably kind of seemed really lame compared to all the other club stuff. Well, we can't give up. The festival is our chance to show everyone what literature is all about. The problem is that the idea of literature club sounds too dense and intellectual. But it's not like that at all, We just need a way of showing that to everyone. Something that speaks to their creative minds. That doesn't solve the problem though. And what do you mean? Even if we come up with the most fun thing ever, nobody will come in the first place if it's a literature event. So it's more important to figure out how to get people to show up in the first place, And after they come, we can do the thing to speak to their creative minds. What's this? Sayori is taking this really seriously. It's weird to hear her deliberating like this. That's a good point. In that case, do you think food will do the trick? What kind? Well, I guess we could... Cupcakes! Good thinking. Natsuki would love to do that. You're right. Natsuki makes the best cupcakes. That works out perfectly. That wasn't why you suggested it? Cupcakes speak to my creative tummy. Cupcakes it is, then. I'm hungry. Anyway, we still need to work out the details of the event itself. I find myself smiling. In the end, Sayori is still her usual self. but therein lies the unexpected reason I admire her. Unlike me, who has trouble finding any motivation at all, Sayori can put her mind to things and make them come to life. I suppose that's why I end up letting her get on my case about things. I can't help but wonder what it would be like to see the world through her eyes. Oh, what? I open my eyes to find Sayori's face filling my vision. I nearly fall out of my chair. Hey, sorry. Wait, actually, I'm not sorry at all. It's your fault for sleeping like that. This isn't the napping club. Does our school have a napping club? You're staying up late again, aren't you? Now that you're in the club, you're gonna have less time for anime, you know. You need to get used to it. Don't say that so loud. I glanced over my shoulder to see if Monica overheard. It's true though. Yeah, I know. You're always looking out for me, Sayori. Hehe. It's what I do best. That's a problem. What about you? You look out for me better than you look out for yourself. You're still oversleeping every day, aren't you? And not every day. That's not very convincing. How many days this past week have you gotten up on time? It's a secret. I knew it. Come on, at least give me the benefit of the doubt. I can't even do that. Look, Sayori, it's written all over you. Eh? Sayori glances around at herself. How's it written all over me? You were clearly in a rush this morning. Look, your hair is sticking out all around you. I run my fingers up down the side of Sayori's hair trying to straighten it out. Man, you really need a brush for this. My hair's just really hard to get right. I won't fall for that. There's more than just your hair. Look, your bow isn't straight either. And there's a toothpaste stain on your collar right there. I tried to wipe off the stain with my finger. But nobody would ever notice that. Of course they would. Nobody's going to tell you about it because they don't want to embarrass you. Fortunately, I really don't care about that. Hey, you meanie. You don't even keep your blazer buttoned up. Seriously, Sayori, why do you think you don't have a boyfriend yet? And that's super mean. Sorry, but you'll thank me later. I start to button her blazer from the bottom. Once you see how much better it looks, you'll change your mind. That's so interesting. Interesting angle. This is so funny. What is? Well, I was just thinking how weird it is to have a friend who does these kind of things. Eh? Don't say that. You'll make me feel weird about it, stupid. It's okay though. I'm happy we're like this, aren't you? I guess. Hey, be careful. The button might come off. Why is this one so hard to close? I thought I fully closed the button near her chest. Does this thing even fit you properly? It did when I brought it. Sigh. If you ever buttoned it, you would have noticed it. You would have noticed sooner that it doesn't fit you anymore. What are you smiling about? It means my boobs got bigger again. Don't say that out loud. Anyway, you look much better now, so, why does it feel so strange to see Sayori's blazer buttoned up like that? But it's so stuffy. Oh, it's not worth it at all. Sayori hastily unbuttons her blazer once more. Phew, that's so much better. Sayori puts her arms out and twirls around. So if I keep it unbuttoned, then I won't get a boyfriend, right? What kind of logic is that? Why are you saying that like it's a good thing? Because if I had a boyfriend, then he wouldn't even let you do things like this. And you take care of me better than anyone else would anyway. So that's why I'm keeping it unbuttoned. Stop saying all these embarrassing things. And I didn't say anything embarrassing. Jeez. Well, anyway, just focus on trying to wake up a little early. Only if you focus on going to bed early. Fine, it's a deal. I guess we really are better at taking care of each other than we are taking care of ourselves. Yeah, I guess so, huh? So maybe you should come wake me up in the morning. You're doing it again, Sayori. But I was joking that time. Man, it's impossible to tell with you sometimes. Okay, everyone. Yeah, Monica suddenly calls out. Why don't we share the poem she wrote now? Yay! I can't wait to read yours. Yeah, same. I thought it sounded enthusiastic, but Sayori still tries away to retrieve her poem. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I would do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration because I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait. Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I did the same myself. Who should I show my poem to first? Okay. I know that Sayori, for some reason, jumped up when we were doing the writing the poem. It's saying that Sayori apparently liked it the most. So now it doesn't really make sense to go for Yuri with the poem. Even though I want to go for Yuri, but I mean, it makes sense to go for Sayori instead of Yuri. So I will go with I don't know, because if I showed it to say, well, okay, we'll go with Sayori because I don't know. I feel like she's gonna like it the most. I'm definitely most comfortable sharing it with Sayori first. She's my good friend after all. ... Oh my goodness, this is so good, BJ. Yeah, I love it. I had no idea you were such a good writer. Sayori, you must be seriously overreacting. I'm not a good writer at all. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing. Well, maybe that's why, because I have no idea what I like either. Hahaha, jeez. I'm sure yours opinion has to be a little more constructive than this. Maybe even Natsuki's. Are you sure you don't like it just because I wrote it? Yeah, well, I'm sure that's part of it. I think I understand you better than a lot of us people, you know. So when I read your poem, it's not just a poem, it's a BJ poem. And that makes it feel extra special. Man, I can feel your feelings in it. Sayori held the sheet against her chest. You're so weird, Sayori. I'm really happy that you just wrote one. Or just that you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now. Not to mention the fact I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Or well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before, BJ. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know. Trying new things like this for other people, that's something that only really good people do. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah. And I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That will be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm going to hold you to that then. Yay! Now you read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. Dear sunshine, the way you close in my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you've missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play, or are you trusting me to whisk away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue, it's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep for forever, but I'm not mad, I want breakfast. That's amazing. Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait till this morning to write this? No! Just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night, but at least that makes me feel a little better about myself. Don't be mean, I still tried my best. Yeah, I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you. Really? Yeah, especially that last line. I made eggs and toast. Even though you were late to school? It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. This was so much fun. Monica's the best. Yeah. Next time I won't forget. I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I look forward to it. Who should I show my poem to next? Well, let's go with Natsuki. ... What? Well, it's about what I expected from someone like you. That's a little blunt. Well, excuse me. It's not like I said it was bad. It just didn't evoke any emotions. So basically, it's not cute enough for your tastes? Do you want to get smacked? I'll pass. Sigh. Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Not that you'll like it. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. Interesting poem. Yeah, I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just to be honest, I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff, so people don't even take my writing seriously. And isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. When it's easy to read, but it hits you hard, like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Who should I move on to next? Well, I guess Yuri. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading. Oh, sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine, don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah? Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading through it. Is that bad? No. Did I just raise my voice? I'm so sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. You can help but notice that it's been several minutes and we really haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to my poem. It's fine, I really didn't know. What were you saying? Right, it's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on it. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something that you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Now, see if you can be a little bit biased though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri's apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily, as if that's a rare opportunity for her. Which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining street light I have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe calm, breathing air of the present with living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. Nice. Yeah, I'm sorry. I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. Well, that's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you liked it. I'll be honest. This is our first time sharing. I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Hoo. Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, PJ. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets express often their own thoughts. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing, really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. Who should I level up to next? I guess Monica. Hi, BJ. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your phone with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, BJ. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my phone. I like this one. It makes me think of something Sayori would like. Is that so? You and Sayori are really good friends, right? I wouldn't be surprised if you had those sorts of things in common. Well, we may be good friends, but Sayori and I are actually really different. Well, that may be the case. But maybe there are also some similarities that you wouldn't expect. The way she talks about you, it sounds like the two of you really care about each other's well-being. Even if you show it in different ways, it ends up being similar than you think. So I think that's the kind of vibe I get when reading your poem. You sure you're not reading it into it too much? I could be. Oh gosh, I sound like Yuri. But in any case, Sayori's writing has kind of a gentle feel to it. I can tell that she likes exploring with emotions like happiness and sadness. Who knew that someone so happy would enjoy sad things too? Yeah, that's totally unexpected. Well, to each their own. And you shouldn't be afraid to experiment a little bit either. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a while. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay, I love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased toward their own kind of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in wall. It couldn't have been me, see, the direction was spackle, protrudes. I know it's a noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend, I'll never know, I wasn't home. I peered inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel blind, like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late, my retina, already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It was a little full, it wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole with infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in, I was looking out. And he, on the other side, he was looking in. Interesting poem. So, what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. It is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Okay. Thanks for listening. Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I had anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all, I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They generally exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As I read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri's smiles sadly. What's with this language? Eh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you say it's fancy. Ah, thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. And I was trying to say something nice. Eh? You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it. And BJ did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And BJ liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh, I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. Eh? That's not what Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that BJ appreciates my advice more than you appreciated yours. Huh? And how do you know that he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? I know. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Ooh. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as BJ started showing up. Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. I don't like fighting, guys. Suddenly, both girls turned towards me as if they just noticed I was standing there. BJ, she's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point of making your poems all complicated for no reason? The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure them out. Help me to explain that to her, BJ, please. Wait, there's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, BJ? Well, how did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing, but whomever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. So of course, that's going to be, what the heck are these choices? Help Sayori. Yuri or Natsuki? This is an interesting one. I originally was going to go for Yuri. I didn't think Natsuki would be as well. I'm not gonna lie, this is a tricky one. I'm not picking Help Me Sayori. That's something that, sounds like something a coward would do. I'm not a coward. I'll go straight in. So we will pick. Uh, crap. This is difficult. I will pick. Originally I was gonna go for Yuri. I'm gonna go for Natsuki this time. Yuri, you're really talented. And well, but Natsuki has a point. I think that I racked my brain in an attempt to back myself up. I think that conveying feelings with few words can be just as impressive as well. And let the reader's imagination take over, and Natsuki's poem did a really good job at that. Yeah, it did, didn't it? Ahaha. It shows how much you know. That's not Natsuki. I think that's enough. Huh? Me? But she was so mean to me. Natsuki's voice whines. Look, what we talked about yesterday was right. Writing is a really personal thing, and sharing it can definitely be hard. It looks like we learned that today. Even small criticism can lead to something pretty heated. I glanced over my shoulder. Sayori is nodding vigorously. Yeah, so you don't need to feel threatened. You're a good writer, Natsuki. Natsuki's voice gets caught in surprise. Thanks for thanks for noticing. She finally mutters that. Barely audible. Yuri. Yuri looks at me dejectedly. With a face like that, I can't help but feel bad for her as well. I'm sure that Natsuki didn't mean everything she said. You don't need to feel threatened either. Well, if you say so. Hey, it's not like you need to apologize for me, BJ. Jeez. Natsuki takes a breath. The thing about the Natsuki glances around the room. Would everyone stop staring at me? Unsurprisingly, Natsuki has a harder time with it than she boasted. Sayori and Monica look away. Anyway, the thing about your boobs, I didn't mean it, okay? That's all. Natsuki looks away, avoiding eye contact with anyone. Yeah, you're naturally beautiful, Yuri. Sayori? I'll go make some tea. I was just trying to help. I'm sure she appreciated it, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. Well, now that we're past that, everyone's read each other's poems, right? I hope that it was worthwhile for everyone, especially you, BJ. And to be honest, it's a nice change of pace from the lazing around we got a little too used to. So my joining the club was responsible for ruining the atmosphere. No, not at all. There's still time before we get home, so we'll all relax for a bit. Of course, besides chatting, we do literature-related things in the club room, so maybe you can take the chance to pick up a book or do some writing. After all, that's what the club is for. I disagree, Monica. About what? That's not the most important thing about the literature club. The most important thing is having fun. Of course. Well, I guess that's why you're the vice president, Sayori. In the end, though, Monica's right. Being in the literature club probably means I can't spend all my time doing nothing. But in the end, I guess it's been worth it so far. Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How did you feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was alright. Well, mostly. Peter, how about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you learned something from your friends too, so your poems will turn out even better. Okay. I think to myself, I did learn a little more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I outdid myself with newfound determination. BJ, ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Sayori beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Well, okay. Sayori? About what happened earlier. And what do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki? Does that kind of thing happen often? No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just want your opinion, that's all. I can see why they make good friends with you. You know, BJ, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club. But I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you too. That's... every day is going to be so much fun. Sigh. It looks like Sayori still hasn't caught into the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? We'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than to her. But it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay, yeah, let's do this. Oh, it's okay. Poem. Another poem. Okay, well, okay, I'll try to write another poem before I end off the video. So, pink straw. Okay, hold up. There's a lot of Natsuki things on this one, I feel like. Pink is obviously Natsuki, so I don't know about pink. Even though I picked Natsuki, I kinda wanted to pick Yuri as well, but it's fine. So maybe we can try. So let's comb. Okay. Precious sticky mouse pout, covet, pure, lab, clumsy feather charm. Charm? Okay. Love, vivacious. Death, Valentine, unending, eternity, spin. Let's go with eternity. Okay. Daydream? Fantasy. Okay, cheeks, rose, ribbon. Some of these are from last time. Let's go with daydream. Okay. Ambient, amazing, hair, infallible, pleasure, imagination. Okay. Graveyard, sensation, crimson stars, fickle birthing. I think sensation. Okay. Fear, dazzle, disarray, creative shelf, promise. Frightening, despise. Let's go with frightening. Okay. Passion, raindrops, horror, inferno, papa, warm, anger, wrath, notion of sound. Okay. Raindrops. Wow, I'm actually doing good. Rain, cloud, unstable, fun, memories, analysis, time, happiness. Universe? Okay, we're doing really good. Silly, flower, hop, variant, stupid. Okay, landscape? Okay. Kawaii, atone, entropy, dance, vanilla, romance, marshmallow, sunset. Sunset? Okay. Swimsuit, grief, peace, desire, meteor jump, bad, lazy. Bad and lazy both sound like Sayori things. Like, that's obviously Sayori. Vacation, blanket. Let's go with grief. Okay. Melancholy. Insight, chocolate tears, rainbow. Heartbeat, sugar, summer treasure. Forgive? Okay. Incapable, joy. Kiss, shiny, sweet. Question, fireplace. Fireworks, fester, comfort. I feel like comfort is a Natsuki thing. Probably not, I don't know. Joy? Okay. Play, heart, tenacious, lollipop. Doki Doki. Okay. Doki. So, alright. Whisper. Let's go with. No, not lollipop. Play, tenacious. Whisper. Whisper? Okay. Heaven sent kitty bubbles. Infinite poof. Awesome. Infinite? Okay. Contamination, extreme, dark, portrait, climax. Cry, skipping, unrequited, fluffy headphones. Climax? Okay, adjustment, disaster, existence, anime, shopping, flying, together, color, music, friends. Flying? Okay. Sunny, parfait, breathe, hope. Loop, agonizing. Extraordinary, get it. Disorienting, complete marriage. Hope? Okay. Depression, hopeless, adventure, sought, game, special, wonderful, hurt, nature. Let's go with hurt? Okay. Interesting. Another day passes and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple of days. In the club room, the usual scene greets me. Hi, BJ. Yo, Sayori. Looks like you're in a good mood today. I'm just still not used to you being in the club, that's all. I see. That's a pretty simple thing to get you in a mood, I guess. I didn't read it, whoops. But I guess it's always the simple things with you anyway. Speaking of which, I'm kinda hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack? No thanks. That's not like you at all. I have my reasons. Why don't we take a look at your purse, Sayori? Why's that all of a sudden? No reason really, I just want to look at it. Ah, Sayori nervously retrieves her coin first. She fumbles with the latch and gets it open. Then she turns it upside down and lets its contents spill onto the desk. Only two small coins fall out. I knew it. I can see right through you, Sayori. That's not fair. How did you even know? It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have brought us that before coming to the club room. So either you're not hungry and want an excuse to take a walk, or you plan to conveniently forget that you spent all your money so that I would lend you some. But there's one more thing. You're always hungry. And so that only leaves the one option. Ooh, well, I give up. Don't make me feel guilty. If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. Yuri suddenly giggles. Eh? I didn't notice that she was listening in. Her face is in her book as always. I wasn't listening or anything. There's just something in my book. Yuri, tell Peter to let me borrow some money. Don't get me involved, and don't get me involved like that, Sayori. Besides, you should only buy what you can reasonably afford, or responsibly afford. And frankly, after pulling a mischievous little stunt like that, your suffering is fair enough retribution. I didn't mean that. I got too absorbed into my book. I really like when you speak your mind, Yuri. It doesn't happen much, but it's a fun side of you. There's no way you could think that. You were right though. I did something bad and now I have to accept the retribution. That. Still coming from you, Sayori. I guess there's a little devil inside all of us, isn't there? Don't let her fool you. Sayori knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to the club before she even told me. But you wouldn't have come if it weren't for the cupcakes, so I had to trick Natsuki into making them. Come on, give me more credit than that, Sayori. Whap! Kia! Out of nowhere, something smacks Sayori in the face and tumbles onto the desk. Ow! What was... Eh? A cookie! Sure enough, it's a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sayori glances around. Is this a miracle? It's because I paid my retribution. Actually, that one almost worked. I was just gonna give it to you. But then I heard you blab about the cupcakes. It was totally worth seeing your reaction though. Natsuki, that's so nice of you. I'm so happy. Sayori hugs the cookie. Geez, just eat it. Sayori rapidly tears open the wrapper. So good. Sayori suddenly claps her hands over her mouth. I bit my tongue. You're going through a lot over just one cookie. Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie. Yours looks really good too, Natsuki. Can I try it? Geez, beggars can't be choosers. But yours is chocolate. Yeah, why do you think I gave you that one? Fine. Still, I'm really happy that you share this one with me. Sayori gets out of her seat and goes behind Natsuki and wraps her arms around it. Geez, I get it. Cookie still in hand, Natsuki reaches up to nudge Sayori off of her. Sayori suddenly leans down and takes a bite out of Natsuki's cookie. Hey, did you seriously just do that? Mouthful, Sayori trots away to safety. Yuri and I laugh as well. Geez, you're such a kid sometimes. Monica, can you tell Sayori? Natsuki glances around. Monica isn't in the club room. Where's Monica anyway? Good question. Haven't any of you heard anything about her being late today? Not me. Yeah, I haven't either. That's a bit unusual. I hope she's okay. Of course she's okay. She probably just had something to do today. She's pretty popular after all. You don't think she has a... I wouldn't be surprised. She's probably more desirable than all of us combined. And that's true. Excuse me? Suddenly the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. Oh, there you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Monica chose the club over her boyfriend after all. You're so strong-willed. The boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about? Monica quizzically glances at me. Never mind that. What held you up anyway? Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I kinda just lost track of time. That makes no sense though. You would have heard the bell ring at least. I must not have heard it, since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monica. I don't really. I kind of just started recently. I've always wanted to learn piano. That's so cool. You should play something for us, Monica. Monica looks at me. Maybe once I get a little better, I will. Yay. That sounds cool. I'd also look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, BJ. Monica smiles sweetly. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Don't worry. I've been practicing a whole lot recently, and I'd really love the chance to share once I'm ready. I see. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. So I didn't miss anything, did I? Not really. I chose to leave out Sayori's mischievous escapade. I'm sure Natsuki will end up complaining to her anyway. It looks like everyone has already settled down. Sayori somehow already finished her entire cookie. Yuri is back to her book and Natsuki disappeared into the closet. BJ, Sayori suddenly comes up to me. I'm gonna go get some supplies from another classroom. Want to come with me? Supplies? What for? Well, you know how the festival's coming up? Me and Monica were gonna make some posters and stuff, so I need to find some crayons and markers and glue sticks. I see. Sure, I'll go with you. Yay. Okay, Monica. We'll be back soon. What are you going with BJ to get the supplies? There's no need to trouble yourself. I'd be happy to go with him. But I wanted to go. It's so much fun exploring empty classrooms and stuff. Okay. It was just a suggestion. See if you can find poster paper too, okay? Okay. So you ready, BJ? Yep, let's go. Sayori and I exit the club room. I follow behind as Sayori hums and skips around the hallway. Honestly, it feels like I'm taking a kid to the mall or something. Sayori finds pleasure in the simplest things sometimes. Hey, Sayori, what exactly are we doing for the festival anyway? I'm not sure how you would make an event out of literature. Me and Monica have it all planned out. Don't you worry. Is that so? Yep. We're gonna do a poetry performance. A performance? Of what kind? Well, everyone is gonna take turns on the stage and recite their favorite poems. That sounds kind of dull? BJ, you're not thinking about it the right way at all. It's not just about reading poems, it's about performing them. Like, you say the lines of the poem like, between my feet, the last remaining flower beckons to me. I twist the stem, freeing it from its clinging roots, caressing the final joyous moment between my fingers. But to what ends have I summoned this joy? For now, when I look in every direction, the once prosperous field before me is but a barren wasteland. And like that, Sayori, how do I put this? I'm sure it's just me, but it's impossible for me to take you seriously when you talk like that. You meanie. I'm working super hard on this, you know. I know. I just meant that it's pretty unordinary in contrast to your cute self. Don't say that. It's embarrassing. But I guess that means I'm doing a good job. Yeah, I guess so. I'm so excited. The festival's going to be so much fun. Sayori spun herself around in the hallway again. Hey, BJ, this classroom over here is empty. Let's begin the mission. The mission, eh? It's been a long time since I've spent time with Sayori like this. But in the end, she has changed one bit. She's nothing but a ball of sunshine, drawing happy vibes from the world around. It's a pretty nostalgic feeling for me. As years went by, I began to hold myself up in my room more and more. So going adventuring with Sayori brings about a special sort of feeling I forgot I had in me. The two of us enter the classroom. Sayori heads straight to the closet and I follow. Let's see what we have in here. Crayons. Sayori pulls out a box full of crayons off the shelf. They're the best brand too. They're kind of dirty though. Sayori starts pulling various crayons out of the box, reading the color name. Alright, that's one down. Don't get distracted, so have to find. Wait, I'm looking for my favorite color. Fine. Then at least move aside so I can look for the poster paper. I dropped one by accident. Smack! Kia! Sayori bends over and smacks her forehead right into the shelf. She falls to the floor and the crayons spill all over her lap. Ow. You okay? My forehead. Sayori clutches her forehead. Gee, Sayori, that's just like you, isn't it? Come on, let me see. Since Sayori is sitting on the floor, I grab her by the waist and pull her out of the closet. You have to move your hand, Sayori. But it hurts. Just do it for a second. Sayori slowly releases her hand from her forehead. Gently brush her bangs to the side. Ow! Sorry. There's a huge red mark in the center of her forehead. A bump is starting to form as well. Man, that's gonna swell up. I should find you some ice. BJ? Where would I even find ice around this time? I guess a cold drink would do. You don't have to. I'm fine with looking like a unicorn. Even wincing from the pain, Sayori makes a silly joke. What are you saying? I'll be right back, okay? Okay. I pat Sayori on the shoulder and run out into the hallway. I locate the nearest vending machine. What should I get? It doesn't really matter since it will be used as an iceberg rather than to drink. But I know Sayori likes apple juice, so I purchased that one. In just a moment, I'm already returning to the classroom where I left Sayori. She has one palm on her forehead and is using the other hand to clumsily scoop crayons back into the box. At least they were already in the wrong spots before I spilled them. Sayori here. I hand Sayori the bottle of apple juice. It's nice and cold. Sayori opens the cap and starts drinking from it. Sayori, what are you doing? It's for your forehead, idiot. Ah, sorry, I forgot. Ha ha ha. How hard did you hit your head? Sayori places the bottle against the bump on her head. It stings. Just bear with it. It'll feel better soon. Looks like you cleaned up most of the crayons, so that's good. Hey VJ, this kind of reminds you of growing up, doesn't it? And what do you mean? You know how we used to play outside all the time? I would always try to keep up with you. You were kind of oblivious in some ways. Like I usually fell behind or had trouble climbing on the things you did. But sometimes when I tried to do things I couldn't, I would get myself hurt. I'd fall and scrape myself or get a bump. And I would start crying really hard. And you would rush over as quick as you could. You would try really hard to keep me to stop crying. It was almost like you blamed yourself and you were afraid of getting in trouble if someone found out. Even though it wasn't your fault at all, you know. Did I really do that? Yeah, you don't remember? Come and think of it, maybe I do remember a bit. I guess I was always so focused on my games that I didn't pay enough attention to you. So in a way, it was my fault. Kind of like this time too. If I wasn't rushing you out of the closet, you probably wouldn't have hit your head. BJ, I don't think you realize it, but you're always thinking about other people, even after all these years. You're rushing to help me even though I'm just being clumsy. You're really a sweetheart. Don't call me that, and I don't really do this kind of thing all the time. I guess when it comes to you, it just feels natural. Before I even know it, I'm treating you like that. I guess that's what happens when you've been friends for so long. Really? Maybe you're right, BJ. I'm so glad that nothing's changed between us. Alright guys, I'm in the video off here because this video is an hour long almost. So yeah, I'll continue right here in the next video. So if you guys like this video, like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.